In order to find alternatives to be prepared in case of natural disasters, the National Unit for Risk and Disaster Management leads a prevention drill in the islands.
Since 8:30 in the morning, several entities of the islands were gathered in the auditorium of the departmental government, conducting a simulation in order to be prepared for cyclones and possible emergencies. The Unit for Risk and Disaster Management was in charge of the simulation.
Today we finished the drill with all the entities that make up the Departmental Risk Management Council, where we have been developing the emergency response strategy for the tropical cyclones. This strategy will be disseminated to the community when we have finalized the document.
Likewise, the Departmental Coordinator of Risk and Disaster Unit explained what this exercise was about, which was explained by each entity present at the simulation.
The drills are what they will do at each level of emergency, which goes from emergency to end of the alarm.
On site were present the Secretaries of Office, the DMAR, the National Registry, among other public and private entities. It should be noted that this exercise is performed every year and will be intensified due to the past disasters that have occurred in the islands.
Much attention to the following note. The national government announced that vaccination against measles and rubella will be conducted in educational institutions throughout the country.
The goal of the national government is to vaccinate more than 4 million children from 1 until 10 years susceptible to measles and rubella throughout the country. It is noteworthy that this vaccination has been done for several months, but this new strategy of immunization in school is taken before the reactivation of education sector.
El propósito de esta vacunación, uno es que lleguemos a la cobertura de
The purpose of this vaccination is to reach 95% coverage and more of measles and rubella vaccination to protect against these diseases, in addition to congenital rubella syndrome. And the other purpose is so that children can gradually enter educational institutions with their complete vaccination schemes, or at least having that additional dose or starting the schemes so that they are safe during this new stage of in-person attendance with the reactivation that we are coordinating here in the country. Additionally, for this vaccination, we take into account Resolution 777, which are all the biosecurity units that must be maintained at the different vaccination points.
Vaccination against measles and rubella in the department began 2 months ago under the direction of the Health Secretariat, with the goal of immunizing 9,416 children. It is noteworthy that last May vaccination began in the educational institution of the department, but will be reactivated in the coming days before the decision.
And in the framework of the Construagro Forum that was held in the city of Barranquilla, the government announced a large investment for the archipelago through innovative projects that enhance the tourism, agricultural, environmental, and health sectors.
The Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, together with the National Federation of Departments, signed the minutes of the beginning of the execution of 16 scientific projects, which will be carried out in the Caribbean region and which will have an investment of 78,500 million pesos, among which there are 2 projects for the archipelago with an investment of 2,798 million pesos.
Tenemos 1.2 billones de pesos en unas convocatorias.
We have 1.2 billion pesos in cash for proposals that will be opening at the departmental level. We have already worked with all the governors, with the Federation of Departments, informing them of all the resources we have available in this call of innovation, research, social appropriation of knowledge, and training of human talent that is currently open for 78,000 million pesos, in which we are going to start promoting science, technology, and innovation.
Among the projects to be supported with these resources for the archipelago is the creation of a prototype of monitoring and inspection of ecosystems in the Seafloor Biosphere Reserve, as announced by the Ministry of Science through its website.
And after hurricanes and the pandemic, the hoteling sector on the islands of Old Providence was severely affected, which is why the national government is making a follow-up. Member of the House of Representatives, Jorge Mendez, explained what it is all about.
We met with the Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce and the new President of Fontor, who are in charge of the construction of the lodges and hotels in Old Providence. However, the works have not yet started and that have affected the owners.
Due to the above, the congressman indicated that a work table was agreed upon for the benefit of the affected owners.
It has been agreed upon to have a work table to share information about the chronogram that with the new director and minister will be presented to the inhabitants and owners of the inns and hotels of the municipality of Old Providence.
Finally, Mendes indicated that a request for subsidies for the owners of inns and hotels in the sister island was made.
I have also requested to study the possibility of granting some temporary subsidies to mitigate a little the affectation that the owners have had since their lodges have been out of operation for more than 1 year.
It is expected that in the next few days, the request will be approved. In the meantime, they continue to follow up with the national government on the reconstruction work and support to the victims of the hurricane.
A new counseling space is offered by the Chamber of Commerce on the island. Support for entrepreneurs, business ideas, and established entrepreneurships. The entity's advisor provided details in this regard.
The Chamber of Commerce have been advising association and entrepreneurs on the island in the validation of businesses' idea in order to ensure that ventures integrated sustainability and include a differential value in the market to advance economic recovery. Gerard William Bowie spoke to the cameras of Teleislas News.
We advise the business in the proposal of value, the segmentation of market, the investigation of market, and the structure of costs and incomes of the business. We have some short videos in the platforms that you can access to it, and you can see like pricing and tributation information, all those information that the business needs, or they don't have, or they don't have a clear vision of what that is. And with Cadene, what we try to do is to improve the business to develop themselves.
At the moment, 2 people are in charge of developing these activities through didactic classes to improve the vision of entrepreneurs. This arises with a strategy for the economic reactivation and the business's governing body in the territory. To access these services, those interested should approach the Chamber of Commerce during office hours or enter the social networks where they can make an appointment.
At this time, we continue with Victor Fusal Banal Sport News from the department.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. The passion that comes from playing football means happiness in its best expression for many young football players. Undoubtedly, football generates illusions and dreams for many players of the archipelago. This sports become a live option for athletes and their families. Having the opportunity to play football in any team at the national level is a great satisfaction for many islanders. One of these islanders is Yul Humphreys, who today wears the jersey of Bogota Football Club in the capital.
I feel happy to that. My profile Berusila who give me the opportunity to go play football Bogota. I play in the Deportivo Bogota and I feel too happy to play right there. Discipline is important because more for football player because you can't go out, you can't drink, you can't smoke, then the things you can't do it. So you have to concentrate on what you do. And more if you want to be professional. The message we want to get to you say, you study and think about you every time. Think about you and think about your family because that reason if you study and if you be professional, you can help your family go get one house or get one good opportunity in our life.
Sports becomes one of many occasions a clear option to get ahead in life. Maracaná football helps to combat stress on workers and players of the different companies of the islands. A veteran soccer tournament is played at the Maracanás, which helps to integrate and improve the production of employees of different companies, eliminating the stress that accumulates after a long week of work. Gideon Fikir tells us about the importance of this tournament.
Every end of week, we can come make a little bit of sport because you work from Monday to Saturday. So Sunday, the only thing we got to do is to come here to enjoy. So I want to invite a lot of you to come and make this sport because not everything is work. Sometimes you have to relax too, relax your mind. We only got the beach and we got the football. Because right now, by the pandemic, we have to try to relax and take it easy till everything go back to normal. So the only thing we got to relax is football.
Stress is a feeling of a physical and emotional tension that can harm workers and therefore the company's production, which is why playing soccer at the Maracanas is important according to Fikir. And this is all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fosalba, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. And now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, August 3rd, in the coastal area of archipelago, the sky is mainly cloudy. Temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 21 km per hour. Humidity forecast is of 74% and probability of precipitation is of 90%.